You're watching Taste of Victory.
Welcome back, guys. It is like 6 in the morning. The ban list has finally been revealed, and let me tell you, this is something no one really predicted for this list. Problem decks in Japan right now are Garurumon X, Apocalypse, and then in North America, people are kind of upset with Shine Greymon as well. So those were like the target cards, the target decks to hit on this list, and this list is very roundabout. Like, it's answering those cards, but it's in a very roundabout way. So let's just go ahead and get into it because I don't got much time before work. We got Gabumon ST. Like, this is a really old card that I didn't even know anybody was running in Japan. Like, dude, that's I get it's with the Garurumon package, but I feel like that's your very last option. We got Gabumon all the way from back, like, what, BT2 I think this card is. Geo Greymon is a Shine Greymon hit, the one introduced in BT13. This is a very odd hit, but we'll get to it in a second. Mach Ganon, and then Scatter Mode is finally absolutely dead. And then we actually have some cards being unbanned in this list. Is the really interesting thing. This is the first time we have ever had this happen in the ban list for this game. Savior Huckmon is now completely free. These guys are unrestricted and can go back to 4 copies. Then we got Tomim, same thing, can go back to 4. So let's just go ahead and go in order. The Gabumons. These are clearly for the Garurumon X decks that are running around and being absolutely insane in the meta currently. You can fill up your trash super fast. You can choose what you want. You can get effects based off those discards. You can draw more. They're kind of absurd, but like, yeah, you hit some, because like because you got Gabumon X that could evo over these guys for free, so reducing the good Gabumons that could evo over does help. But this is like a very, very roundabout hit. This is absolutely Bandai going, look guys, we just released Garurumon X. Apocalypse is like in the latest. We can't directly hit these things because they impact our bottom line. We need these sets to sell, so we're going to do the best thing we can right now. And this is very odd. I'm sure like not wanting to hit the card before it even comes out in English is also part of it. So I really do think we just need like different lists per region at this point, or, you know, ideal scenario would be America catching up, or the West catching up with Japan's releases already. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen since we haven't gotten another double booster in a while. So this is what we end up getting. Yeah, Gabumon, when attacking, draw 1, then trash 1 card in your hand. Digimon with this effect in succession are able to send targeted cards to trash at a faster rate than expected, and output of the effects take advantage of the trash. In addition to the above, this card is level 3 and can evolve to Gabumon X antibody at 0 cost, so the timing of the inherited effect is highly flexible, which narrows the range of active effects and effects utilizing trash. For the above reason, we decided to restrict this card to 1. And I'm assuming it's going to be a similar thing here. It is very versatile among the exchange effects. I'm pretty sure nobody was running. I mean, there's probably like a copy or two in some JP lists, but like, this is just like, I feel like, oh, we hit this, so now we gotta hit this as well so people don't run that. So I don't know, maybe that'll slow them down a bit, but it's very indirect, and I guess we'll see what it ends up doing. After that, we got Geo Gray. If we had to hit anything from this set, this is like the most slap on the wrist hit they could have ever done. Like, this doesn't do anything. I mean, yes, okay, to be fair, it reduces their high roll, which feels very bad, so I get that, and that is very nice. But this is like, again, the most slap on the wrist they could have done to Shine. Shine player's gonna replace this with whatever and not really miss it that much. You're just gonna have a lower high roll now. Big deal. I think it is still very possible for them to kill you on turn 2. When using Shine Greymon decks, Marcus Damon becomes central to play, and when the card was intended to be a card similar to BT12 Geo Gray that plays Tamers. However, because you can play Tamers from areas other than a hand, the speed and reliability of Marcus Damon's cards was greater than predicted, leading to greater precision of one-shot wins with Shine Greymon decks. Because this card is a vaccine, yellow vaccine decks also allow Tamers to be played at speeds greater than predicted when BT13 Patamon is included. I mean, vaccine has been doing absolutely nothing in the Japanese meta. Like, there's some wins here and there, but we've seen it's not like, you know, super widely represented, so I don't know if that's like really a big deal. In addition, at level 4 and higher, an effect allows for playing from the security stack instead of from the hand, and because the effect specifies red or yellow tamer, the card design is limited to decks to use with red or yellow tamers. For the above reasons, we've limited it to 1. So that's fine, but again, this is the really annoying part. This is 2-1, so like, this is the most slap on the wrist thing they could have ever done. If that's the philosophy, please ban this, because they're gonna hit their 1-up, they're gonna hit their high roll, and it's gonna feel like absolute dog when you lose to that. So I don't know, this is such a nothing hit to Shine. Like, yes, it'll absolutely impact their deck building and speed, but it's like, you're gonna whiff this half the time anyway, so this is so negligible. It's really whatever. We got Mach Ganon. I don't think anyone was predicting this stuff. I think Huang probably mentioned it. I didn't get to see the video before the list came out, but Mach Galgamon, a lot of discussion on Discord, at least I saw, was like, if you hit all these decks, Mach Galgamon becomes very good. So I'm guessing this is like them preemptively hitting it, which is something I wish Bandai would do more on these lists, so I actually do appreciate this one. When using Mirage Galgamon decks, pairing this card's inherited effect with the inherited effects of cards such as X4, Galmon, and Galgamon allowed for faster Digivolutions to level 6 than predicted. As a result, interfering with opponents' moves using BT13 Mirage Galgamon was faster than other Mach Galgamon cards. In addition, the conditions of the unsuspending effect in this card's inherent effect are elusive than other Mach Galgamon cards since it activates when attacking, allowing for greater attack capabilities. As a result of these two factors, other Mach Galgamon cards fall by the wayside, and Mirage Galgamon decks have greater stability than predicted, so we've limited it to 1. And the inheritable seems to be the main reason they're doing it. When attacking, once per turn, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in hand, unsuspend this Digimon. Yeah, that is a lot more flexible than the other two Mach Galgamons that you run. We can go ahead and pull it up really quickly. We have one here, Mach Gal. Because the other ones are a little more precise. It's when all turns, once per turn, one effect as a, yeah. So like this is very, very easy to trigger. You still need the 8 cards condition, but you could do it whenever. This is a little bit harder on your opponent's turn. Like they could at least play around this. So it's a lot more free for this one to do the unsuspend and attacking stuff, and paired with the other stuff, it is very easy for you to climb up fast. So like I don't know, like if you're gonna hit it, okay. I think this is a harder hit to Mach than it is to Shine, which is super backwards. But if we had gotten like a Mad Apocalypse and Shine nerfs, Mach Galgamon would have been a threat, so I do understand preemptively hitting this, and I think that's what would have prevented some bad metas in the past if Bandai had thought about that before, of like, hey, if we hit these decks, other decks will be good, so let's preemptive hit them as well. So I think it's really unfortunate for North America Mach Galgamon fans because they don't understand what's going on, or maybe they just haven't seen yet what's going on in JP's meta. So this is a very JP hit, but it's the right choice, unfortunately. And finally, Scatter Mode's 2-1. It has long been an effective card in decks that utilize trashing, but its ability to exchange a very large number of cards level 4 has greatly reduced the usage range of other cards that can exchange effects. In addition, the effect is so powerful that deck designs that uses like trash must be based on this card. For a bluff reason, we decided to restrict this card to 1 per deck. So yeah, Scatter Mode's now also to 1 as well as regular Eismon. So that engine is basically dead. It's like pure high roll. You're never going to hit all. You will hit, because this game cycles through its deck so fast, but it's just the one of. Is it even worth it at that point? And even if it is it going to be that consistent? So yeah, this is the end of an era for purple. Again, this is just a very indirect Belphemon and a Pokemon hit. I think Belphemon's the only thing really super running this card still, even in North America. So that's unfortunate for Belphemon, but this won't go into effect until November 17th for us. So that deck would have gone down a couple of tiers anyways with the new decks being introduced. Again, I don't know how much of an indirect Apocalypse nerf this is. Because I'm pretty sure that's like based around Garurumon X instead, but this is funny. I mean, this was still run a lot, so I get it. Makes sense. And then we finally got some cards going back to 4. Savior Huckmon. In the game's past environments, this card was widely used. You know, it'd be like busted, OTKing, being effective as blocker. However, we've determined that decks can counter these strategies have increased in recent game environments. Therefore, we've unrestricted it from 1. So you can run this guy at 4 copies. I think this is fine. Yeah, because like this really is not going to do anything. It's very whatever now. Jesmon OTK is not the best way to play the deck anymore. The Jesmon Gankumon GX, protecting your guys' board and kind of like locking them out of effects that can affect you is probably the best way you could go about it now, because you get DP protection and all that. So yeah, this coming back is totally fine. There's some funny shenanigans you could do with Alice now. It's okay, and I don't really think it's going to change the meta much at all. You know, give a bone to Jesmon players, that's cool. No real big meta impact off this, so I think it's very nice that we are unlimiting stuff already this early in the game's life. And Tomihime coming back. Now this one actually kind of scares me. Even among hybrid decks, effects in blue hybrid decks that prevented attacking and blocking were particularly strong. However, in recent game environments, there has been an increase in cards that can counter Digivolution card removals and encounter effects that prevent attacking and blocking. Therefore, we unrestricted this card. Sure, but you also now have the Gomamon package, and you have Zudomon Ace, which is really cheap. You can slam it for cheap, evolve that over at Kakumon or something. Like, I think this actually could make like blue stun very, very good, and maybe that's what we need in this environment with the Pokemon and Shine running around. So maybe I am like overreacting, but I think this is a very much a testing the waters hit with stuff like Zudomon Ace existing, so we'll see how I feel about this in a bit. But this is a very decks that tell you can't play the game are very annoying to play against, and I am very cautious about buffing them, because Tommy's an insane card. Yes, it's a lot slower now, to be fair, sure, but coming out of security, high roll is going to feel like dog, so we'll see how that ages. But it's cool that these decks now have gotten buffed and are back. Because Blue Hybrid is already seeing some success with Zudomon Ace being introduced, you know, like some mild success in Japan. So we'll see how this affects it. But that is going to be the updated list. Overall, I think this is an incredibly mid whatever list. This is so roundabout. Like, it's trying to hit all these decks that are, you know, annoying players, but like we can't hit them directly because they're too new, or Americans will get too mad that they're hitting them before we even get them. So they're doing the most roundabout way possible, which is, yeah, I think we need regional deck lists at this point. I'm not going to say it's like absolute awful, but it's a very odd list that no one was predicting. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below, though. That's going to be the video for this one. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.